And with the 21st pick in the 2025 draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Derrick Harmon, defensive line. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wasn't it meant to be Sanders? All this talk about Sanders. I'm not saying that Sanders is a bad quarterback, but a lot of the media, a lot of fans out there were saying Sanders needs to be 21. Now, I did say a few weeks ago, I did not want to see a quarterback in the first round. I don't think we need that. Go and get a quarterback in rounds 2, trade up, go and get a quarterback in rounds 3, rounds 4. And then, you know what? At this point in time, just go with Mason Rudolph, see what happens. Maybe Aaron Rodgers is coming to town. But the Steelers signed defensive line, and I feel like some people just aren't happy. But the longer I do this thing, I realize more and more, fan base is just never happy. Doesn't matter. Defensive line, the Steelers got smoked last year in the playoff game. Art Rooney talked about how they needed to get better up front in terms of DL. And they went and got a guy who could be a mini Cam Heyward 2.0. They got a guy who has been compared to as well Chris Jones in same kind of arm length, weight, and size and just like overall body type. Could be our guy for the next 10 years at D tackle. Pairing with Keanu Benton, pairing with Cameron Heyward for the next 2 years. Cameron Heyward's near 37, 38. And this is a bad pick. This is a really good pick. So welcome to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Derrick Harmon from Oregon. And like many of you guys out there don't, or you know, and some of you don't know, but I'm not a draft guy. But I know what the Steelers need in terms of the draft coming up. We still need running back. We still need quarterback. And we got our guy, D lineman, building the trenches like Omar Khan and Andy Waddle have been doing on the offensive side of the ball. And now on the defensive side, they've got the second best, or possibly if you argue with, college guys compared to Kenneth Grant, you would argue those two, the first best or second best overall prospect in the draft, D lineman Derrick Harmon. Don't know, but we're still crying about it because we didn't get Sanders. We let Sanders run, they didn't pick him up. I'm happy they don't get a quarterback with that drama. I'm happy that you go and fix the D-line first. Here's Nick Farabar from Twitter. He says here, Omar Khan says the Steelers had serious conversations with other teams, but Derrick Harmon was one of the players they weren't moving away from. Mike Tomlin says Harmon has that Steelers DNA in him. We weren't interested in trading away from him. So how the draft works out, I was pretty high too. And like I said, I'm not a draft guy, but I did watch a few highlights of Amarian Hampton, running back. Steelers need a running back. There could have been a chance they got him at 21 because the Broncos went cornerback a pick before that. I thought that the Broncos were going to trade away and let the Browns come in, sneak in, and trade for Sanders before the Steelers because the Steelers were so media heavy. And there's, I talked about it being a smokescreen, which it definitely was. Because Sanders is probably going to go to the Browns tomorrow with their 33rd pick or their 36th pick or whatever it may be, or another team may get up and get him and snatch him. The Giants got Dart and they got Wilson for the first year, so they're going that direction. But this to me is not a bad pick. It's a good pick. It's a safe pick. There are some people out there on Twitter and YouTube saying, but it was boring. It wasn't very exciting. No, I'm not a fan. It was boring. It was lame. What do you fucking want? I sometimes do not understand this fan base. The Ravens torch us in the playoffs, run over us, and the real need right now was to get better at D line as Cameron Heyward comes to the end of his career. Get better at D line with Benton, with Harmon, and you know what? You put him in, I don't know, three downs or whatever he can do, rush the passer. He can defend the run too. He's a big fella up front. He's like 6'4". He's crazy, right? You go to his measurables and his overall strengths. He's 6'4" and a bit, 313 pounds. Arm is 34 inches. He got a prospect grade of 6.38. Eventually, it says here, will become a starter, 100%. Round 1, pick 121. That was the Steelers. He was 4.95 in the 40-yard dash. And when you go to the NFL profile and his strengths, it says here, exceptional blend of strength, length and strength, size, make him tough to move, versatility, play up and down the field, and odd and even front. Punch is quick, powerful, efficient to stall the block, capable to block and collect to keep a linebacker clean. Who would they want to keep clean? Probably Wilson, probably Queen, probably Holcomb as well. So take up a few blockers. The O-line up front, take 2 on board. Next minute, a linebacker blitz down the guts, get rid of the quarterback. He says here, twitchy upper body and is a peekaboo, like block this, move the block around, shred the runner, a later choice. use the arm to rip over and penetrate the gap. Oh, but no, we should have got the quarterback that fell out of the first round, right? I'm not trying to hate purely on Sanders. I'm more just hating on the media, how they, depict the pick and go, well, the Steelers are doing this and here's why they failed. They'll give us an F grade or an E grade or a D grade because we didn't get Sanders in the first round. Let the Steelers cook. Let Omar Khan cook. Mike Tomlin's really happy. Omar Khan's happy. Andy Weidl's happy. They're all happy. Says here, creates rush momentum to roll downhill once he hits the edge. Now, after the pick, I went to the pub, had a burger, had a few sherbets, and then I also saw some highlights because I'm not a draft guy. But he plays pretty well. He plays pretty physical, getting past the center, the guard, moving past them, swim move, see you later, push them back. Mini Cameron Heyward 2.0 and create havoc in the backfield. The Steelers need that. They definitely need more pass rush from the interior to force these other guys also, Watt and Highsmith to crash on the inside too. That's what we want to see, right? We want to see more sacks. Steelers definitely need that. I'm happy with the pick. I'm pretty keen for it. But I want to show this video too, because going around Twitter right now, after the pick, there was a phone call with a local Pittsburgh Steelers radio station, and Derrick Harmon was talking to one of the guys on the phone, and all he wanted to do was, after the pick, was rush to the hospital and see his mother, who's faced many problems in terms of I think strokes and stuff like that, going for a very tough time. So what a crazy experience to be a young bloke that the Pittsburgh Steelers just gave you a job, hopefully a job for life, and one of the best organizations in football drafted you with the first pick. However, you celebrate that with a high, and then possibly come down on a low. So listen to this with his mother's going through some tough times.
A blessing. It's truly a blessing. It's really a blessing. It was a little bittersweet, man. My mom wasn't with me. She's at the hospital right now on life support. So after I got off the phone with you guys, I'm gonna head straight to the hospital.
Right, and that's pretty crazy. He says here it's bittersweet. The Pittsburgh Steelers take him at 21. The Steelers need D linemen, and he's going to be hopefully a future guy that can raise havoc in the middle of the field and get to the quarterback and stop the run for years to come and learn from Cameron Heyward. Meanwhile, there are fans out there and other media outlets saying it was a mistake and Sanders should have been the pick. You know what I say? Fuck that. I don't give a fuck about that. I think some fans need to harden the fuck up, and they're going to realize that this team is about defense and we can get our quarterback in another point. If you're worried about Sanders being that should have been the quarterback, we're going to miss him and we're going to go 9-8 here and there, then jump out. Don't watch the Steelers. Don't go cheer for another team. This is a good pick. It's a high character pick. This guy, all he wanted to do, once he was picked up by the Steelers, he was more worried. He was like, yes, it's bittersweet. I want to enjoy the process that is becoming a Pittsburgh Steeler and all the great things, wearing the black and gold and talking to Mike Tomlin and Omar Khan. At the same time, he's very worried about his mother that is in hospital. I think I heard they were on a life-threatening, on life support. So it's unbelievable. And people are worried about, we should have got Sanders. Crazy to me. Absolutely crazy. So I wish him all the best. And I wish the Steelers, all the best in the rest of the draft. But yeah, I think people overreact. Maybe I'm overreacting, right? But I think people overreact. So he put an Instagram post out here. Derrick Harmon put a post out here about his mother. He said, this is all for you. And I'm going to do what you told me I can do a long time ago. I love you till the wheels fall off. So that's where his passion comes from. That's the will, what he has to be a great player, to be a good player for the Steelers is for his mum. That's crazy, right? And people are worried about Sanders. We should have got this guy. We should have got that guy. Just fucking get behind the pick. That's my expert analysis. My expert analysis of 2025 being 4 years in the game on Steelers YouTube, Steelers Nation Australia YouTube, is fucking get behind the pick. There's too much whinging and bashing over a player that you should have taken this guy, taken that guy. Too many people are GMs. Too many people do clickbait articles. Get behind the fucking pick. The guy's a good character. I want to see him develop behind Cameron Heyward. Want to see him work with Keanu Benton and there could be a three-man set. You might have TJ Watt and Highsmith on the field at the same time, creating pressure, getting a forced football to the sidelines near JPJ, get a pick, Maybe you have Minka roaming around the field as you see these guys push up the O-line and create havoc, like I said, on Lamar Jackson or Burrow. Got to take care of some really good offenses, but at the same time, some Steelers fan bases out there, oh, we should have got Sanders. Who gives a fuck? Didn't get Sanders. We got Derrick Harmon. I know I swore too many times episode, but I'm really passionate about this team, and this kind of stuff fires me up and infuriates me when we get a pick, we get a person, we get a player who basically changes their life, and they're drafted at 21, and there could be a solid pick for the Steelers for many years to come, like a TJ Watt, like a Highsmith, like Cameron Heyward, and one of our instant reactions is, oh, we should have got Sanders. Don't care. Cheer this guy on. Cheer on Derrick Harmon, the Pittsburgh Steelers' 21st pick of the first round in the 2025 draft. I wish him all the luck. I hope he has a fantastic year. Also has a great year too. That is for our Steelers coming up in Latro. See you guys later. See you guys tomorrow. If you enjoyed that, I'll see you guys tomorrow for round 2.